Hey guys, we're in my 10-speed Mustang GT, and today I'm going to be going over all of the pros and cons about this 10-speed over the 6-speed manual. Alright, so the first thing I'll say about this 10-speed is that it loves to rev. 3,000 RPMs for this car is absolutely nothing. It goes up to 7,500, that's the red line. So pushing 3,000, just getting up to speed like that is super easy. That's one thing that's really cool about this car too, because you're just riding around town and you put the exhaust in sport mode if you have the active exhaust. I'm not sure if the basic exhaust has that or not, but that's besides the point. The engine just makes amazing sounds everywhere all the time. The paddles in this car, they respond really, really quickly, especially for just a regular automatic transmission, if the car, and I'm assuming the transmission, is warmed up. Because when you use the paddles, when you're still warming this car up, they're definitely, they're really slow. They're very, very slow. There's definitely at least a 1 second delay, which is fine, because once you do warm it up, do like this, paddle, oh. So the paddles are pretty fun in this car, if you know when to use them and how to use them. This car sounds amazing. That's definitely one of my top favorite things about this car. It's definitely the sound. It just sounds so good. It just sounds so good. I don't know if any of you guys have seen my other videos. If you haven't, please consider checking them out. But I have videos on a Mark 8 GTI, an X3 M40i, and those cars do not even come close. Not even using full throttle, just kind of having fun with it, just playing with it a little bit. It is so much fun. Oh my god. I highly doubt second gear is going to work. And give it a shot. We got a big truck over here. Big truck. Big truck on the road. I want to try second gear one more time. So let's get here. Let's go a little slower. Whoa. That's cool. I shipped a little bit early on second, but I don't know. That's still really fun. I love that. It's a little bit scary driving in all this condition, this wintry condition, with all the salt and the snow on the side of the roads. Driving is definitely a lot more fun in the summer. The little fourth gear. Just doing it like that, it gives you a little bit of pull, and it makes a great noise, and it's just fun. It's doing something little like that. A little bit of third gear action here. Really fun. Little bumpy. I think the past owner might have put lowering springs on this, but I'm not too sure. It does look like it is a little bit low compared to other Mustang GTs, but I'm not completely sure. I would like to double check on that at some point, but that could be a reason for why the ride is a little bumpy, or it might just be a Mustang and that's just how they are. But my dad has owned a GT500 in the past, and I've ridden it a bunch of times. In the ride, I don't remember exactly, but I don't remember it being this harsh, so I think there might be a little bit of suspension work done to this car. I might take it off, I might keep it, I don't know. I think it looks good the way it sits, so if that's stock, then that's awesome, but if it's not, maybe down the road, if it really does get annoying, I can do something about it. But yeah, when you're making the decision to go get yourself a Mustang GT and 2018 through 2023, where it has the option to get a 2020 or not, but where you have the option to get a 10-speed. Now, should you get the 10-speed, or should you just rock the good old MT82 6-speed manual transmission? In my opinion, I've never driven a manual Mustang before, so I don't know what they feel like. I have driven multiple cars that are automatic, and this is definitely one of the better ones. I've heard that the Gen 4 Mustangs, the 10-speed in them, obviously this is expected, but it's updated, it feels a little better. The shifts just around town are a lot smoother, but overall, I mean, this transmission isn't bad. I did recently post a YouTube short showing off all of the exhaust modes in this car, and it was really interesting. I don't know why, but quiet mode sounded really loud, and it was on quiet mode, but the difference between quiet and normal in the video didn't sound that different. I think maybe I was a little too close, or I backed the car in a little too close to the camera. That could have potentially been it, but it was really loud. If I'm gonna be completely honest, I made the sound of it while I was editing tad bit quieter, just, you know, to give it more of the quiet mode effect, but in reality, it actually is really, really quiet. I can put it in quiet real quickly. So as you can tell, we're in sport mode. I'm not even sure if you can hear the engine at all, but it's a faint V8 little kind of whistle in the background. And what's really, really cool about quiet mode is late at night, put it in quiet mode, roll the windows down, it makes some really, really cool intake sounds. It's just like you can hear it just like sucking in air, and it's almost louder than the engine itself. It's really neat. But in this mode, if you do decide to open it up a little bit, it does choose to open the valves up because it's probably bad for it to, you know, give full throttle with the valves fully closed. Can't imagine that's the greatest thing to do in the world. But yeah, so if you do have in quiet mode and you floor it, it's gonna open up the valves. It's probably just gonna sound like normal mode, and it's gonna be pretty loud like it always is. And if you are still watching at this point, please feel free to drop a like and subscribe. If you are actually trying to get a Mustang GT, I would recommend the 10-speed auto, but I would say the manual is definitely not a bad option. But with this year especially, if you're just getting an older S550, the Gen 2 Coyote in it, I would go the manual route because I don't know how good the autos in those are. But I would definitely go for the 2018s and above if you're just trying to keep it stock, or if you're gonna mod it. I think if you're gonna mod it, if you like the older one, the way it looks a little better, why not go for it? But this car, it looks almost as cool. I think it looks a little better, but it's just my opinion. It sounds way better. I don't know. You can't debate me. It just sounds way better than the Gen 2 and the S197s. It sounds way better. It is faster. It's a little bit faster. Doesn't have much more horsepower. I think it has to do with the 10-speed and how efficient it is. But yeah, I went 10-speed over manual, obviously, because I think it's just better. That's my opinion. If you guys don't like my opinion, please comment down below. I want to see what you guys have to say. But yeah, until next time.